I asked this photographer, Madeleine Penfold, how did you become someone who got the opportunity to shoot all these amazing athletes? And here's what she said. Just before we get to the answer, I'd just like to say that PicDrop have kindly sponsored this video.
Okay, I have to start by saying that as somebody who does get to work with these amazing athletes, they are very high profile talent, and therefore the time you get with them is not very long for obvious reasons. So having skills in being adaptable, being good under pressure are really important. And when I journey back how I became somebody who got to work with high profile athletes, I think I owe that to my very beginning. So I started off being a photographer in Manchester. Manchester has some of the best nightclubs in the UK. So I started photographing in places like Sankey's, Hidden, and every single weekend, every single event that I could attend that I liked, I would go to and I would shoot at it. And spending years in environments like nightclubs, you're learning about lighting, you're learning about how the smallest of things can make a huge difference to the energy of an entire room and the way people move and the way that the energy feels. And those are all things that I think translate and have stuck with me now to being on set in these high pressure situations that really you can go in with the best of plans, but ultimately what might happen on the day could change. So to come back to the question of how am I somebody who gets to work with these top level talent, starting off doing event photography, learning about shooting under pressure, learning about being in changing environments, analyzing lighting, loving being with people, loving being in different spaces, and literally shooting so many shots for years and years in clubs. And then one day I got a break. I worked my way up at a production company and I started to work in a studio. And it was when I got the job in a film studio that I got to learn about more controlled lighting and composing my own shoots. And because I had this big history in nightclub photography, I had a long contact list of DJs. Some of them wanted headshots, so I got to learn more about working one-on-one with people, learning about portraiture. And then it was when I was working at the studio one day that somebody came to the studio and needed a photographer to shoot with a footballer, just by chance. I had a portfolio that was filled with event-based stuff, high-energy stuff, youth culture, and some kind of moody-looking portraits of DJs. And they loved it and they took a chance on me, and I got asked back to shoot another footballer the next week, and then again the next week, and then that's how my portfolio grew.
Hey guys, if you don't know, my name's Grace. I'm a UK photographer and I set up this series in order to help other photographers share knowledge, break down gatekeeping and offer real insight into this industry. I hope you like the episode and I'll see you on the next one.